Hey Youth World, we're back with another video and today's gonna be a fun one. My dear friend is back today and guess what? We are going to Paris soon. So we've been talking about this since we booked our tickets back in February and we've put together a wish list of what we want to get in Paris. Yes, we are totally gonna blow a lot of money. Of course, we want to feature the star of the show, which is not these bags, sorry, but...
And not me either.
No, we'll bring her in, but she's a dog, obviously. We love dogs, so we're gonna introduce her and kind of just get right into it, right? Do hit that subscribe button for me if you haven't done so already, so you don't miss my Paris vlog. I wanna share all the food I eat and of course, all the pretty things that we will get to see. So let's get right into it. Asked my friend here to go ahead and pick out her 3 bags. At some point, we'll probably have her do her entire collection video because I think that's just be fun instead of looking my collection all the time. Let's take a look at hers. But I just wanted to showcase 3 pieces that you are really happy about and have you talk a little bit about them.
Yes, of course. We'll start with the Loewe Puzzle bag. Obviously, this is classic. You know, a lot of people say it's quiet luxury with their popularity. I'm not sure if I'd call it quiet anymore, but I do think it's a beautiful bag. The leather is just like next level great. So,
and you've been wanting one for a number of years,
oh my gosh,
right?
I have had my eye on one for the longest time, but it's really hard to get them at a discount. I got this one, I think for $1,300.
Yes, at Nordstrom's.
At Nordstrom.
That was, if you will follow me on Instagram, I did post a couple of mod shots of the Luna bag that I got at the same time. We just went ham and just harassed the SA. Like, when is the sale happening? Put her name down. What inventory is available and the prices, right? So
yeah, and she was great. We were nice to her. We were insistent, but you know, we made sure that she got the money when we did this, because she really did help us out a lot. She let us see the whole line sheet of what was going on sale and when, and let us helped us pre-buy some bags. So this is what I pre-bought. If you want to hear more about that, can you tag your Loewe video? Yeah,
for sure. I'll make sure to include that at the bottom in the show notes as well as link it up for you above. But if you want a full-blown review of this particular color and of course how she maybe do some matchas. I don't know. We'll play around with that idea.
But yes, regardless, this bag holds a ton. I had a Balenciaga camera bag I'm not comfortable wearing, so I am selling that. This kind of took the place of that because everything fits in here. And that's why I think it's so great. I won't go into an in-depth review, but this is the small bag. The color I think is very unique. It's something that I haven't seen around a lot. The strap, I really like. It says Loewe, but if you're not feeling the loud brand, it is reversible and you have a strap with the Loewe emblem there, which is beautiful. I actually like this better than the straps you can buy. So very happy with this bag, carried it a lot. And again, the leather quality is just unreal. So definitely a wish list item that has lived up to the hype. So next I'd like to talk about a vintage bag. So this is the Dior Street Chic bag. This is, I believe, the small messenger bag. I bought this off of Poshmark for $400, total steal. And now, because you know the 2000s are making a fierce comeback, this is once again a popular bag. I highly doubt I could get it for $400 again, but this is kind of like my everyday bang around bag. Because I didn't spend as much on it, it's not the end of the world if it gets a scratch or two, which as you can see, it does have a couple small faults here, but overall, it's cute, it's casual, you can throw it on over a t-shirt, and I love the silver hardware on it. I generally go for gold, but this is a nice mix-up for me, so big fan, holds a ton, and just super cute and casual. I do love vintage bags.
And I will also link for you how you can get vintage bags from Japan if you are interested in making, you know, a gorgeous bag like this. And it's not necessarily, obviously Poshmark, I did a video on that too, if you want to learn all the tips and tricks on how to buy from Poshmark, but the vintage in Japan, the market is just way more options and way more affordable in my opinion, as opposed to through Poshmark, even though you can find some gems, so sometimes it could get a little sketchy. I will be releasing more videos on that, and do let me know in the comments down below if you want to hear that sooner than later. So sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, no, of course. Again, Poshmark, you know, since I got this for under $500, it does not come with authentication. So I had to get this independently authenticated. I did.
Which one did you use?
I want to say I used real authentication.
Okay.
But now that I'm looking for receipts when I want to get stuff, I can't find that. So I need to double check on my credit card statements. But beautiful hardware, very different than the current day Dior. But again, great casual bag, can throw it on. and, you know, wear it to work, wear it out to drinks, whatever. But it's just a really nice casual bag that, you know, obviously I don't want to see it hurt, but also it's perfect just for, okay, it's not the end of the world if it rains or something.
Are you going to bring this one to Paris with us?
I probably will, actually, because I think, you know, it's not easy to pickpocket out of this bag because it has a magnetic closure. It'd be hard to reach in, and it's a great crossbody.
And I feel like it's sort of thin enough so that when you crossbody it, it's not going to be incredibly bulky, and it's, you know, you can put it in front of you instead of slinging it around to the back of your body.
Yes, because, you know, when we were in Nordstrom, we did actually look at the Loewe Puzzle. No, I'm sorry, the Loewe hammock bag, right?
Yeah, hammock bag.
And when we tried it on, we were like, oh my gosh, this is like having an extra hip. It was like
as I like to say, it's like a tumor growing on the side of your hip.
Yes, it was like, so it's like, man, like, you know, you're trying to get through a crowded aisle at the store, you're going to scratch that bag. And this bag hugs your body. It's a cute little look. It has that perfect like vintage vibe for right now. So
maybe we'll do a video on what bags we should help us, you know, have you as my subbies help us decide which one to bring to Paris with us.
I love that idea. Yes, because I also am like, should I bring the Loewe? But I'm like, the Loewe is still like beautiful and fresh. I'll probably stick with this and my Fendi Peekaboo.
Okay.
And I'll just buy it a strap for the Fendi Peekaboo because I got that used off of eBay as well.
But we gotta at least like, do you have an Hermes? Maybe we could like, we gotta wear some sort of Hermes to Hermes, right?
Hopefully I'll have an Hermes by then. I do have a Birkin, but it is currently being sold. Fingers crossed. So,
fingers crossed.
Yeah, the Birkin is with our friend right now. I'm sure if you're super interested in that, it's, you know, drop our friend here a comment. But yes, it is something that I probably would not be bringing to Paris because I do want crossbodies because I am aware of the pickpockets in Paris and just want to make sure, like,
hey, just so you know, I don't know. Again, this is my theory. I, knock on wood, have never.
The guest star appears.
Yeah, sorry.
You can't knock on wood in my house.
I know. I'm sorry.
Somebody's here.
I'm sorry.
Nobody's here, baby. Nobody's here.
I'm knocking on fictitious wood then. But yeah, my friend says it doesn't matter. But I feel like we've got big girl vibes. So
yeah, we do.
Hopefully nobody tries to mess with us.
We're both very tall.
Yes. How tall are you?
I'm sorry?
How tall are you?
I'm 5'11".
You're 5'11", and I'm 5'8".
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I think
we're not the easiest targets.
Yeah, I mean, my two other friends aren't as tall, but I was gonna say if we have another tall person, we could be like the Three Musketeers or something.
For real. That's how I was in college because I played volleyball, so I just rolled deep with like tons of tall women. Yes. All right, bag 3. Shall we discuss?
Yes, let's do that.
So this is one of my larger purchases. I literally called every Chanel in the country to find this bag, and finally a personal shopper located it for me. They were not gonna let me buy this unless I had a purchase history. So I am an author, I write books, and so when I saw this, I knew I had to have it. But by the time I discovered it, it was already last season. So it was very hard for me to actually get this bag. It's teeny tiny, I don't carry it a lot, but it is my pride and joy. It is a little Chanel book wallet on tote. And it is a little Chanel book wallet on chain. So it is slightly thicker than your average wallet on chain. You could see like the faux page design there, which I think is just adorable. You can see I haven't even taken the plastic off the little CC, but she is beautiful.
That needs to go on display.
Oh, it is like a display bag. I have carried it a couple times, but the spine says Chanel, and then it is a little bit different than other wallet on chains when you open it. Like, for example, the chain does not go through this piece here.
You know, when I first saw that, I freaked out. I was like, Mandy, did you get a fake bag? Because the wallets on chains, all of that should go through that.
And normally most wallet on chains actually have an additional pocket here, and this does not have that.
Right.
But it does have a little bit more room here.
I wonder why they did that though.
I don't know.
Is it because it's a book and then you should put a pen there or something?
Maybe,
I don't know.
I mean, that might be it. I should ask, but yes, I actually did. I had to pay the personal shopper a finder's fee, but I actually did get this directly from Chanel, so I wasn't really worried about it.
Yeah, no, you have the receipts and everything.
Yes, I have the receipts. I like literally had to pay Chanel directly, and then I think I only had to pay the shopper like $100 for finding this for me, which I thought was very reasonable.
That is
for
a deal.
Such a pricey bag. I want to say this was $3,600 or so.
And how long ago did you buy this?
Like probably about a year.
Okay, so it's a 2022 then, like.
Yes, and I think earlier season 2022, so probably, you know, winter, spring, something like that. So that being said, she's beautiful, she's soft, she's just probably my favorite bag.
So soft. Let me pull it up so
the
they can see it.
lambskin is just unreal on this bag.
It's gorgeous.
Yes, this is probably my favorite bag ever.
Yes, consider that you are a writer, and if you're interested in following Amanda, go ahead. I'll make sure to link everything down below so that you can give her a follow. And of course, your book's on sale on what, Amazon?
Yes, the new one should be, coming out in the next couple years. Publishing is a very slow business, but we'll talk more about that when I am allowed to by my publisher. So yes, and of course it has your typical WOC chain. Very cute. Very, literary chic.
Yes,
is what we'll call it.
Literally
chic.
Awesome. Okay, so let's get into the next section, which is the really exciting portion of it. Bust out your phone. So what we have done here so far is literally find links of all of the pieces that we want to get in Paris, or at least hope to get in Paris, on Pinterest. And it's actually a really easy app to use if you haven't done so already. I know some people have mood boards or like actual poster boards or dream boards, whatever you call them. I've never done one, but yeah, basically, let's just run through a couple of things of what you're looking to get, why you want to get it, and maybe start with like non-bags, and then we'll hit on bags afterwards.
Okay, yeah, so this is, we have some similar things. So, for example, you pointed out to me the Dior coffee cup. I think that's so beautiful. I just moved into a new house. So I think that would be a really, really fun thing to get. I also would like to pop into Hermes because I am trying to build a purchase history there and maybe grab a couple of housewares. Now I'm not looking at the blanket. I'm looking at, some smaller pieces. I personally have read enough reviews of the blanket. I'm not sure if it's totally worth it.
I just feel like that's so basic.
It's like very cliche.
Right. It's like, hey, do you want to go look at HGTV? Every single house is like plastered with the Hermes blanket, and who the hell knows if they're even real.
Oh yeah, totally. I definitely am not into dropping that amount of money on a blanket when I could drop it on a purse.
And it's not even nice. Like I heard that they're not even like soft and it just pills up and I would not.
It's not usable. It's strictly a decor piece, and so I do want to explore and see, and I don't know if you want to as well, like what other housewares are there beyond the typical square H, and nothing against being basic, nothing against being cliche. I love being basic. I will
bougie basic.
Bougie basic is my vibe.
Yes.
So, but yeah, that just, I like to be sensible as well. And that's why I think we're friends, is we both love to be bougie, but we also are very cognizant of how much money we spend on things.
Yes.
And so, for me, that's not a worthwhile investment. For some other people, it may be.
Right. And I feel like we also want to find things that are going to age well. We're not going to like look at it 5-10 years from now for the amount of money that we're dropping on these items for home decor items. We want to be like, well, that aged poorly, right? No, we don't want that. Even though anything from Hermes, I feel like they're pretty classic.
Yeah.
But when it's been overdone, it's just like, nope, no thanks.
Exactly. Yeah, I think there's other beautiful things you can get.
Are there particular lines that you're interested in, or you're open?
So full disclosure, I'm not as educated about Hermes as you are. So
I spend way too much time on that.
Well, I respect that because I'm going to need your guidance when I arrive. So as far as lines, I'm not completely sure. I do like the more equestrian style pieces.
Yeah, anything with horses on there.
Yeah, but I'm not totally sure that's also going to go in my house. I have like a very eclectic style that I would say is like French countryside glam art deco, which makes no sense.
Maybe we'll do a home tour once you're ready.
We should do a home tour.
Do a home tour for me, do a home tour for you, just to kind of incorporate how our styles and maybe see if it translates to how we pick our purses and how it evolves and everything. Okay, I'm just punting out ideas.
I love it. I love ideas. So what about you? What are you looking for from this?
Homeware specifically, I really want the Dior blue toilier, if I'm saying that, I can't do French. The jour, is that what it's called? That little cup. Obviously, I'm going to put a bunch of screenshots for you, but I really love the print.
Oh, same. I've been dying for those shoes.
I know. So I really want that particular mug, and I don't know if I'm going to get a big one or a small one, or maybe I'll just buy all of them. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I said, we're going to blow money.
I feel like you could... That's something I would love to display because I think I love that print so much. And yes, it's very synonymous with Dior, but it's like so beautiful.
It's very classic, right? And I got corgis, so I don't have to worry about dogs jumping onto the counter and breaking that thing. So
yeah. Well, my dog isn't a jumper. She's more of a A hopper.
A hopper.
She doesn't have the long legs.
But the other thing from Dior, kind of just jumping all over the place, I know we said categories, but we're on topic with Dior. I am interested. I don't have to get it, but I do like the Dior oblique pouch that is like a medium. And there's so many people with the hacks of turning it into like a wallet on chain or whatever. What else are you looking at? Maybe we can go to like Hermes. What else would you want from Hermes?
So Hermes, obviously, I think what we need to do and what we've talked about is we're both going to enter the lottery for leather appointments every day. And we know the chances of getting one are very low, but it's worthwhile. Also, your birthday is going to be close to when we're over there. So we're going to try the birthday method where I casually mentioned to an SA, hey, it's my friend's birthday.
And then I'm going to go conveniently to the restroom, step away so that she can say that and see, when it's coming from you, it's like, oh, it's my birthday. I mean, that's just, to me, that's a little bit.
I'm willing to take one for the team and say, it's her birthday.
Right. I mean, me saying it's my birthday, I feel like that's just tacky and it's just like, ugh. All right. So maybe we'll try that method. And then the other thing, I've been doing research and watching other YouTubers is saying that, for a lot of people enter the lottery, but most people aren't in France at the time, right? Yeah. If they get the appointment, they just buy a ticket and get there the next day, which I get it. But the chances of you getting a hit with the lottery is the first day you arrive, you go and buy something small, or you want to just go full-blown shopping, and then it shows to Hermes, these are all theories, right? We don't have any confirmation on that. You make a purchase so that they know you are actually physically in France and your chances are higher. So we'll put all of this to the test and see what happens. But yeah, so we want to get a couple of maybe like fashion jewelry, right?
Yep. I love the H click clack bracelet. I think that's so fun. Yes. I also love their ceramic pieces because I think they're beautiful. Yeah. I absolutely love that. Gosh, there's so many things I really like. I like their sandals, the Oran sandals, the Oasis sandals. Those would be near the top of my list. And as far as bags, I think it goes Birkin, Kelly, Constance, Picotin. For me.
Wow, that was fast.
I've been thinking about this.
We had months to think about this.
We have been thinking, and then we've been discussing it. But yes, the Birkin is my end-all be-all, preferably with a little harness, Yeah. Because I think that's so cute, especially like a gold one with like the little harness, which is like this slight contrast is such a vibe.
Right.
But yeah, those are the bags that I would ask for. Now, granted, I know you don't get like a choice, but I love like a deep blue.
Yeah.
But again, my arms and mind are open.
And my wallet is ready to bleed.
My wallet is going to cry if I get one of those. But it is an investment piece, and that's how I would rationalize it to my wallet.
Absolutely. So for me, in terms of Kelly or in terms of Hermes, I want a Kelly belt, maybe two, because I just feel like it's an iconic piece that it doesn't, have the Hermes logo plaster all over it.
It's not like giant H.
Yeah, and you don't have to worry about the size of it because it's adjustable. So if I get
I didn't know that. Actually.
Yeah, it is. So if I get fat or if I get skinny, hopefully the skinny side of it, then I can continue to use it and not have to worry about the size, right? I would love for a black one, maybe a gold one, but I am open to colors. So the other thing I want from Hermes in terms of shoes, because I can't do the orange shoes, they hurt my feet as much as I really want to wear them. I would love to maybe score a pair of Osmules. So it's kind of like the Gucci one, except it's got the Kelly
Kelly buckle. I know exactly what you're talking about. I love those. Yeah.
And then perhaps a pair of deep sneakers. Yes, I'm basic. Do I need another pair of white sneakers? Absolutely not.
But do you want another pair of white sneakers?
Yeah, why not? I mean, am I going to destroy it? Maybe. But if it's going to help my purchase history, why not, right? Yeah. So that's pretty much it, I think, from Hermes. Probably a couple of fashion jewelry pieces.
Yep.
Hermes bangle. And then I am considering, I know I said this before, but I don't like investing money in jewelry much at least, but for me, I've been wearing stuff like this where it is supposed to be tarnish free, and all of them, I won't talk about the brands, but I've tried like so many different brands and they all break within like a month or sometimes 2 weeks, or even after a day or two wearing it, I have to return them because they all suck. And I don't like spending money on jewelry just because I lose them all the time, but especially if I have to take them on and off.
Yes.
So I'm honestly, as of recent, thinking of investing in like a fine jewelry, perhaps from Cartier or perhaps Hermes, because again, helps me with my purchase history. But if I have a bracelet that I can wear, all the time without taking it off, going shower, putting on sunscreen, whatever, then yeah, maybe it's worth it. I don't know. Something I have to think about a little bit more. So that's the other thing I might get from Hermes. Of course, I would love to get, you know, any fashion jewelry. I already have a click clack.
Yeah.
Who can have too many click clacks,
You
right?
can't, just get it in another color.
Yeah.
I don't know if you consider this high-end luxury or not, but I am so into Faire Lepage. I desperately would like, I think, a Saga City bag. I'm not really a pink person, but I am obsessed with the pink print that I believe they've re-released. So I know Faire Lepage is not, maybe it doesn't have the same status as like Goyard, but I think it lasts longer. I like the print better, even though it's somewhat similar. I just absolutely love Faire Lepage, and I am going to go in and check. And if I absolutely fall in love with it, I have always been obsessed with the Lanvin, if I'm pronouncing that, say it for me.
I don't know.
Whatever it is. Lanvin.
Lanvin.
I don't, my French accent is not a vibe. But the cat bag, you know, the cat pencil bag, it was on Sex and the City last season, and like I hated the whole last season of Sex and the City. I felt like it was just not well done. But there was an episode where there was a cat bag in like gold and gold brown, not like metallic gold, with the cat on the top.
Yeah.
And I was like,
you're like, it's to die for.
Made the whole season worth it. So
okay, well we'll keep an eye out for that, but
Yeah.
I think that's a great option. In terms of like more indie brands, I know obviously everybody's got to hit up the Pauline store, but all the horror stories that we've heard recently,
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll probably go check it out, but there's nothing in there that really speaks to me right now. I know they
Yeah.
just had a new release, which looks kind of like a sculpture. It's kind of cool, but then I saw reviews on it, and the opening is just, it's like why I decided, if you haven't seen my video, the top 5 reasons of why I let bags go is the opening is too small. And then
Yeah.
I feel like you're going to scrape your hand going in and out
yeah,
of it.
Yeah, like you have to be careful on like the Antigona, like when you scrape your hand.
Yeah,
on the
exactly.
big zipper. And I love my Antigona, but no, I completely agree.
Right.
I personally love the numero uno. I think you already have that one.
Yes.
But apparently the older Pauline bags are still amazing quality. The newer ones are where people are having issues.
Right. I've seen pictures of them where the whole entire buckle just came off.
Yes, and the stitching, it keeps coming loose.
Yeah.
And again, hopefully these are just outliers, but...
And I don't think they have a warranty. Like a lot of these indie brands, they have 6 months, a year, sometimes 2 years in terms of their warranty.
Yeah.
I looked around Pauline's website. There is no warranty.
Yeah,
they
and
don't
when you're
care.
investing that much, even though it's not...
Like
Chanel
thousands
prices.
Yeah, but it's still a lot of money.
Yeah, absolutely. Anytime you spend several $100s on a handbag, it should last you years.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what they were. They got, you know, viral because of the quality and the price range and the super unique designs, and that's just going downhill, which is really, really sad.
And I've heard their customer support is
trash.
Yes, and I desperately want to be proven wrong because I think they do have some beautiful designs. But I just every time I'm like, oh, I could get the numero uno, I see another 5 negatives where handbag lovers are showing the wear, and I'm like, I just can't do that.
No.
If I'm gonna buy a bag, it's gonna be like one of these where I've researched it for months upon months, although this was probably not months because I saw it and fell in love, but I've researched bags very heavily, and I know you do too, to understand the quality, and if it's not a match, you get rid of it.
Right, exactly. So the other one I wanted to add to my collection is the Fleuron. As you guys might have seen my video, and if you haven't, I'll make sure to link that for you, but I have the mini swan, and the quality is amazing. It's kind of like the first wave of Pauline when the quality is amazing. I think they're still at that stage. Hopefully they stay at that stage, but the wear and tear has just been non-existent with this Fleuron brand. So I'm hoping,
that's great.
yeah, right. So we'll show, I think they have a store now in Paris. We can go check out their bags. So I have the mini swan, and I would love to add a peony to that. It's the same kind of opening where it's kind of small and it looks like a little shoulder bag, but if the leather is soft enough and more malleable, then I wouldn't mind having a zipper and putting my hand in and not get scratched or anything.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's something that is on my list. The last bag on my list here is going to be the Cezanne Milo. I've talked about this before, and it looks like the classic Celine box bag, except I want it in the blue snakeskin print.
Ooh, like the embossed snake.
Yeah, and it's just so gorgeous. It retails here for about $475, and if I come up with nothing, then yeah, I'm gonna go buy that bag because it's just so gorgeous in the vibrant blue that it has. Again, I'll insert photos and everything, but that's the last bag I think I might be wanting to get. Anything else on your list before we wrap it up?
You know, I am kind of staying open-minded. If I see something, I'm gonna let myself fall in love. I'm not gonna be, you know, like I absolutely have to stick to this list, but I do have, I think if I made it any longer, I'd be in trouble.
We're only there for a couple of days, so let's see how much damage we can do. But obviously, you're going to be doing a lot of the you know, touristy stuff since it is your first time in Paris.
I'm gonna go to Versailles. Probably gonna go to the
Louvre Museum.
You know, and just I want to just like sit on street corners and fancy outdoor Paris cafes and
just drink coffee and smoke. Okay, probably not smoke.
I'm
cigarettes.
not a smoker, but I told you I'm basic. Like that's the most basic thing to do in Paris.
I mean, again, just sitting there, taking everything in and the culture, just listening to all the French people talking, even though we won't understand, but it's just like being in a different country, right? There's just an appeal to it and you get mesmerized by it.
Absolutely. No, I'm super excited. And yeah, I just want to experience it. Obviously, I want to shop, but I'm also a huge fan of sleeping in. So my shopping will start like at 10 a.m. or something.
Well, the stores don't open till 10 or 11.
Oh, man. I
also did want to book us an appointment to have lunch at the Dior Cafe.
Oh, I'm sold. I'm in.
Yeah.
100%.
That didn't take much convincing.
No. You know, hot tip, if you want to go to Paris for the first time, go with somebody like my friend here because you will get the advice on where to go, how to do it. And, you know, I've never been, so I'm relying very heavily on her expertise.
Well, mostly my other friend. She goes to Paris like it's her backyard. So
really?
Yeah,
oh my gosh.
She used to go, I don't know about this year, but pre-COVID, she's like, I'm going to Paris. I was like, weren't you just there like a month ago?
She's like, it's my second home.
It is my second home.
It's time to invest in a chateau, okay?
I was like, yes.
Not me, but, you know.
Well, go ahead and just invest in an apartment so I can use it anytime I want.
Exactly.
She's not even here and we're like making plans for her.
We're spending her money so we don't have to spend it.
Hi, are you scared? This is Tinker. She is my dog celebrity. I don't even know if she counts as a celebrity. She has about 290,000 followers on TikTok. She's got about 60,000 on Instagram.
And you just started a YouTube too, right?
We did. We only have one video up, but it's Tinker is Judging You with underscores. And she is a half Old English Bulldog boxer. She's a little under the weather right now, so we're kind of sad. But she's the real star of the show, not me. Mom writes books, but Tinker has wrinkles.
Tinker has so much to say and so much personality. So yeah.
As she looks out the window.
Look at her. She's like,
so
I'm
over
tired.
this. She's over this. It's okay, pumpkin.
Yes. So yes, just wanted to give you a quick look at the star of the show here. She's the one that was barking when I knocked on wood.
Yeah,
so.
you can't knock on anything without her going into guard mode.
If you have dogs, you know exactly what we're talking about.
God forbid anything sounds like a doorbell, anything sounds like a knock. And yeah, this is the real star.
Okay, perfect. I am so happy you're here and joined us on our channel today and just talk a little bit about what your pieces are. Again, comment down below if you want to see her entire collection. And in the meanwhile,
thank you so much for inviting me to hang out today. You know I can talk bags all day. My collection will never rival yours.
No, well, we'll get you there.
You know, it will try. It will try. So much appreciated. Had a great time. Thank you.
Yeah, and we'll hopefully see you back real soon. I'm sure we will. And in the meanwhile, check out the truth about the outlet shopping video. I know we're not all going to Paris and hopefully you'll get to go to Paris, but I do want to go over, you know, a more accessible way about outlet shopping. So definitely check out that video and whatever the YouTube algorithm thinks that you will like here. Life is hard. I want to help you save time and money so that you can somehow adult easier and hopefully less in retail. See you next time.